Okay, guys. So first of all, I would like to discuss about this Intune. So as we did the session yesterday, in yesterday's session, we that was just a demo session wherein we discuss about some of the things about Intune. Now we will go in little details in today's session. So uh, what do you mean by Intune? What is basically uh, done through Intune? Intune is a Microsoft product, okay, and that's a part of Microsoft 365. Okay, so there are multiple uh, licensing in Intune, which we will discuss about them later on. Now, like Intune, there are other products. So we have like AirWatch, which is like leading at the moment to manage mobile devices. Intune is basically gonna do two things in your organization. So first, it is gonna do MDM, mobile device management. Second, MAM, mobile application management. Okay, there are two things which Intune does. Similarly, like Intune, we have other products. For example, Workspace ONE. Previously, we used to call it as AirWatch. This is a VMware product, Workspace ONE. Okay. Then we have Zen Mobile from Citrix, right? We also need to know the competitors of SCCM. This is leading at the moment. This is on the number one, right? Intune is little behind, but it will surpass Workspace ONE. As you see the trend, people are moving, the companies are moving from other third-party mobile device management to Microsoft Intune mobile device management. And also it is little cheaper than other third-party mobile device management solution. So uh, this is basically moving like a monster now, Intune. Okay. So, but it's still behind. So Workspace ONE, Zen Mobile, then we have Mobile Iron, right? Then we have Goods, right? Then we have BlackBerry. We used to have BlackBerry before, but now it's almost gone from the market. Okay, but previously it was leading in mobile device management. Okay, BlackBerry is almost gone. So we have Tanium. These are some of the third-party vendors which are basically giving the same kind of solutions as Intune is giving. Intune is providing mobile device management plus mobile application management. Now, when Intune came into the picture, let me just delete. So Intune came somewhere around in 2013. Okay. So Microsoft developed this product, but Workspace ONE was still there. I mean, previously we used to call it as AirWatch, but in Microsoft actually developed this product later on. That's the reason it is still behind. Okay, so Intune came into the picture from 2013 onwards, and Microsoft has added more and more features to it. Previously, it was not that scalable. The reliability was an issue, but Microsoft has added more and more features to Intune, and people are now moving towards Intune. So right now it's almost like 10 years Intune is there in the market, and those who are working on like system administrator, they know most of the companies are moving towards Intune to manage mobile devices. Now, what do you mean by MDM? Anyone?
It is used for mobile device management. My phone, Android phone. When
Why
we
do I have to manage your phone? For example,
yeah,
this is your Android or iOS phone. Why do I need to
because
manage it?
because we have used the official data, Outlook, Teams. So
Hmm.
for the protection of the data, it is used.
Right. So this is, for example, users. There are like hundreds of users or thousands of users, right? Let's say 10,000 users are there in your organization, right? And these users, they need to access company corporate data. For example, they need to access Outlook, to access their emails. So they don't have to log into the desktop or laptop to access their emails. They can just look at their emails on their mobile phones itself. So Outlook, for example, some company applications is also there, right? Some websites, the internal websites. So these are like official data, right? So we would like to secure them so that it should not go into wrong hands, because this is a mobile device. This is, if the devices are in company premises, then it's okay. All the desktops are there, all the laptops are there, and they are uh, guys, put yourself on mute, guys. I'm getting background noise. Okay, those who are not speaking, please keep on yourself, keep yourself on mute now. So if you have to access the data, right, company data, so how will you access them? You can access them on your mobile, but at the same time, it is little risky for the organization, right? Somebody might steal the data, or the data is compromised. Let's say you forgot your mobile somewhere, or you lost your mobile. Let's say the device is lost. Anyone can access the data, right? So what we can do, we can do mobile device management on your mobile phones, right? So we can deploy some policies, some applications, some updates. We will have complete control on the devices. Got it? Now, what all things we do in mobile device management? Hmm?
We can control the mobile.
Sorry?
Like we can control the mobile cache.
Like what?
We can set the policies, like these users can access only these kind of applications with this profile.
Right. Some
And
policies.
these applications. Yes.
Applications. What else?
The entire control of the cell, we can control the mobile
Monitoring.
OS
update.
Update. Right.
And we can reset and we can format.
Yes. So
everything
you can reset password. For example, somebody forgot his password. He's not able to open the device. Then we can reset the password, right? Then we can also do
Wipe out.
wipe, right?
Right.
Like factory reset. Okay, suppose somebody is using, let's say this is your corporate device. Okay. For example, Vikas is using this device. This is Android device. Okay. Now he's using this device, and this device is given by the organization itself. This is COD, corporate owned device. Now, when we do wipe, what will happen?
The mobile can use as a personal, because all the company data will be wiped from backend.
So when we do wipe on the corporate devices, then what will happen? It will do factory reset of the device.
Right.
Okay. Factory. Why do we need to do factory reset?
In case they are not able to access their company resources properly, so we can do this kinds of the thing, according to me.
Okay, so in case something is not working, some problem is there, so we can do factory reset to check if the issue is also not. One more reason why we do factory reset. Most of the time we do factory reset of the device. When?
Yeah, we need to allocate to someone also, Kasim.
Right. Suppose Vikas left. He joined another company. So the same device, we can do what? We can do factory reset of the device. Like we will do complete formatting of the device, and then it will be again the same operating system, and we can give it to somebody else. For example, Zubair is gonna use the same device. So some of the times, I mean most of the times, we do factory reset of the devices when somebody is leaving the firm. Now, for example, this one is this one is not corporate device. This one is personal device. We call it as bring your own device, BYOD, right? Bring your own device. Now this is a personal device. Now, can we manage personal device as well through Intune?
Yes,
Yes.
BYOD. Yes.
Yes, we
We
can.
can. Okay. So why do we need to corporate device? We understood that we can manage, and why do we need to manage? Why do we need to manage personal device?
Because for the data security and corporate data security.
Right. The same reason, because personal device, suppose suppose Vikas is using his personal device, and on that he is using company email, Outlook or something, right? So some of the company resources he are using on his personal device. So what we have to do, we need to enroll the device through Intune, right? Same reason, because for the security reason, we will enroll the device, and we will have complete control on the device. But we will not have complete control on personal device. Understand the thing. There are some limitation in personal device. Okay. Corporate device, we will have complete control, and in personal device, we will have limited control. So when we do the wipe, what will happen to the personal device?
It will wipe
Only
only the
corporate data will
corporate
be wiped.
data.
Only the corporate data. It will wipe limited data, right?
Yep.
So there are two types of management. So in mobile device management, we have personal device and corporate owned device management, right? Got it? Now, we understood about mobile device management. Now we will understand about mobile application management. So what do you mean by mobile application management? Anyone?
Like we can customize our own application for the mobiles, and we can allow the users to use it.
Yes. So basically, this is also for the security of application. So application security. Okay. So suppose you have an application called Outlook itself, for example. Now we can create a policy accordingly when it will open, on which network it will open. Suppose if somebody is trying to open, if any user is opening Outlook, then it should authenticate for username and password or not. So the security which revolves around the application, right? So there are many things which we do in the mobile application management. So we can basically do the customization accordingly, and then how user can use the application. So this is more focused on the application part, not the devices part. Got it? So in mobile device management, we will focus on the device security, and in application part, we will focus on the application security. Is that clear, everyone?
Sir, this is Balaji. And the MDM is like we discussed about two things, right? So one for the corporate device as well as the personal device. So if the corporate device, as you said, like if the wipe option is enabled, it might be cleared entire things. So if it is the personal mobile, so as you said, I mean, I'm just want to try to understand my understanding is right or not. So if the wipe option is enabled or we are triggered, so it will be clear only for the application, I mean, office applications alone, or the personal data will be safe.
No,
Stay in
personal
the-
data, it will not remove. It
Okay.
will only remove the official data, because during enrollment, right? After enrollment, we access some of the applications. So it will de-enroll the device, and it will remove the access to the company resources from the device on personal devices.
Understood.
Okay, but in the corporate device, when we do the wiping, it will do the complete factory reset. We will do the practical. Then actually we will see how the wipe happens on personal device and corporate owned device. Okay.
Got it. Sure.
Now, so now tell me Intune. So Intune versus SCCM, little bit we will discuss about Intune versus SCCM later on. Now tell me Intune, is this this Intune is basically hosted where? On Microsoft Azure data center, right? Now, is it a SaaS or PaaS or IaaS? I mean IaaS. What is that?
Maybe
SaaS or PaaS or IaaS. First, you understand what is SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS. Software as a service, platform as a service, and sorry, as application as a service. I don't remember the term. So what is
No,
this?
it is IaaS only.
Sorry?
It is IaaS only.
platform as a service.
Yes. So what is this Intune? It is basically software as a service.
Yeah.
Okay. Which is basically hosted on Azure. Azure is providing, on Azure there are multiple options. So software as a service, platform as a service, and this one IaaS. Now, any other example of SaaS? Gmail is what? Gmail is what? Software as a service?
And Office 365 also, I think.
Yes. Office 365 is also a software as a service because software is hosted in the cloud and you are accessing that one. For example, Gmail, you are accessing, everything is hosted in the cloud and you are accessing it from the cloud itself. Similarly, Intune is a software as a service on Azure. So they are providing this software. You don't have to install this server. You don't have to make an Intune server yourself in the company data center or on your laptop or desktop. You don't have to do all those things. It is already being provided by Microsoft. So you just have to take the subscription and start using it. So for usage, you will have to pay for it. Okay, so it's a software as a service which Microsoft has given you, so you can access that one as a software as a service. So Intune is not free. Basically, Intune is what? Intune has a license cost involved in it. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to use the trial license. Okay, for Intune, there are multiple license available, like E3 license, E5 license. Then we have Office Suite license. So we will use E5 license. Okay, enterprise mobility. Okay, enterprise mobility plus E5 license. That gives how many days? We get 3 months free. Okay, after 3 months, if you would like to continue, you will have to pay for it. Okay, previously when I checked, it was somewhere around $20 per user. Okay, $20 per user. Suppose you have like 100 user or 1,000 users. So accordingly, you can the Microsoft will charge you accordingly. But Microsoft has so many, the licensing part is very complex and they gives different kind of license to different people. Okay, so if you would like to get the actual licensing information, you will have to contact to Microsoft, and Microsoft will ask the usage details. So which license is better for you, suitable for you, accordingly they will give you the license. For E5, this is the pricing, $20 per user.
Kasif sir, I have created yesterday Intune subscription, but it is showing only 1 month.
Yeah,
Why?
because you have created 1 month free trial license. That's a basic Intune, only Intune license here. You have not chosen the enterprise mobility E5 license. Got it? But in our training, we will do the 3 months licensing.
Okay, so again we will create.
Either you
this.
create, either you create again or you continue with the same one. Because any which ways we are going to focus on Intune. In E5, we get other thing as well. Okay, you get Office license as well, other component as well.
Okay.
Okay.
If there is a option called Developer 365 access,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Can we use it?
Huh?
Can we use that trial?
You can use,
For our
but you
class?
have to check. Yeah, but you have to check in that if you expand the component, do you see Microsoft Intune there as one of the components?
I need to check that because
Yes.
I got 25 E5 licenses from that, but
Mhm.
I never checked in from it. I
Okay.
think let me check today.
We
and
will
then I can
come.
share
Yeah,
it.
we will come to that licensing part later on. Okay. Then you will. I will show you how you can check and get the more information which license, how you can check the whether you got the license for Intune or not. Okay. Now,
Kashi,
so
one
yes,
question.
yeah.
So, since it is a SaaS service, software as a service, so organizations are not hesitant to share their data to the Microsoft. Like all of these mobile devices, every data will get uploaded into the Microsoft portal and all. So, will it not be a security risk for them?
That's a good question, but Microsoft is not taking all the data from the device. It is taking only limited data. Okay, like mobile phone number, serial number of the device, MAC address of the device, Wi-Fi MAC address. I will show you in the hardware inventory what all things it is collecting from the device, but it's not collecting the photos from the device, like videos from the device. It's not, my Intune is not doing that, because if it starts doing it, it will need hell lot of space to store those data. Plus it is against the policy of Microsoft. It can't infringe the user privacy. Got it?
Okay, got it. Just like SCCM DDR data, does it
Yes.
take
Yes,
something like
in
that?
SCCM as well, the computer information, only some few limited information goes to the management point and then it goes to the database. It is not taking the entire information from the device. Got it?
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
So now, using this Intune, what all devices you can manage? Okay, so you can manage iOS devices, right? You can manage the devices which has got Mac operating system. Then you can manage Android devices, right? Then you can manage devices which are on Windows operating system, but Windows limited, only Windows 10 and Windows 11. You can't manage Windows 8 or 8.1 or 7. Okay,
Kashyap bhai, what is the meaning of iOS?
that's an operating system name which is there on Apple devices.
Okay.
Then you can manage Chromebook, right? Chrome OS. Okay. 1 minute. Excuse me, guys. Okay, so Chrome OS and then a Linux operating system, right? These are the operating systems which you can manage through Intune. Now, some operating systems you can manage, in beautiful way, like Windows it gels with Intune properly. Then some of the operating system will have complete control. Some of them will have limited control. For example, mostly Apple devices, you will have limited control on the Apple devices, and in fact Linux box as well. Okay, so why do we need to manage Windows 10 and Windows 11 through Intune, since we have SCCM already to manage these devices? Can anyone tell me?
Windows 10 or Windows 11, it is the
Internet-based is all. Internet-based device.
Yes, internet-based devices. For example, you got Windows 10 or Windows 11, and then this one is a laptop, right? So laptop is what? It's a mobile device. Mobile means you are taking the device from one place to another place, right? So it's a mobile device. So as long as the devices have internet connection, you can manage it through Intune. You can manage from Intune, like Windows 10 or Windows 11 devices. But at the same time, previously we used to manage the devices through SCCM too, right? We can still manage the device through SCCM. So what is the challenges to manage the device through SCCM? The challenge is, suppose you are managing the device on internet. The challenge is that SCCM, you have to have SCCM client installed on it, right? Client needs to be there on that device. The client should be in healthy state. The client should be connecting to the management point and distribution point all the time. Then only it will receive the policy. So this is also good, but that is not that reliable. But in case of Intune, since Microsoft has added more and more features, it is more scalable. It has load balancing as well, so that you will be able to manage thousands and thousands of devices at the same time, and you will not feel a slowness, or the data will be processing from Intune to the devices and from the devices to Intune. So we should focus on the Intune when it comes to manage mobile devices. Laptops, right? Windows 10 or Windows 11. The moment you turn on your laptop, as soon as the device gets internet connection, it will start communicating with Intune server. It will start getting the policies from Intune. And you can also deploy application and other things and policies and everything. Okay.
Yeah, Kasif sir, one question is there for Intune client is must, SCCM client or not?
SCCM client is must. And Intune, you have to enroll the device through Intune company portal. You need to have Intune company portal, and you need to enroll the device. Then only you will be able to do the mobile device management. Got it?
Yeah, thank you. Got it.
Okay. So it is little simple than SCCM, plus the dependency is also very less. In terms of SCCM, you have to have a SCCM client installed on it. For example, this is your SCCM server, right? So on SCCM, with SCCM server, you need what? Management point and then distribution point. Either you put it on the cloud or on premises, depends, right? And the device, or suppose if you have to manage the device, you need to have the client installed on it. All the machine needs to have the client, and the client will download the policy from here and content from here, right? So this is like a dependency. You have to have the client, and that client has to be in healthy state. Client needs to communicate to the management point and distribution point. There are certain ports required for the communication, right? So, but in Intune, it is little more simple, right? So in Intune, suppose this is your device. And Intune has the option to supply the policies and contents. So it has the storage to supply the contents and the policy, wherein so we don't call it as management point and distribution point. So unlike in SCCM, so Intune has those features available, and the device they need to have they need to be enrolled to Intune. As long as the device is enrolled to Intune, you can start managing the device on the internet. No matter the device is either on premises or outside the premises, you will still be able to manage the device. 1 minute, guys. Sorry, guys. Somebody was there at my door. Okay, so far we have discussed about the Intune, what exactly it does. It basically manages devices and application, and the devices are like Android, iOS, Windows 10, Windows 11, Chrome OS, and Linux boxes. Okay, so any question from anyone so far? All good?
Kashif,
Uh,
Kashif, can I know what are those boxes below the Intune?
They are called Intune component itself. It is not like SCCM, which we call it as management point or distribution point, right? So the policies, basically the storage where the policies are stored and the applications are stored. You know, when you are supplying for example, I need to install the Google Chrome. So Google Chrome, we will create the policy here, and that file will store here, and then the file will get downloaded to the devices. It's like a
Sir,
storage.
yeah, what is the name? Any name for the two boxes?
We don't
or
know. No, it just, this is for the representation purpose, just for to make it simple, you understand. Okay, there is no name for it. I am just making it just
Okay.
for you to understand that somewhere it gets stored in Intune server.
Yeah, because SCCM is named DPMP something.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, we
thank you.
don't have that kind of thing. Okay. Any other
Sir,
question from
is
anyone?
yeah, one question. Is SCCM PaaS, like platform as a service? When you say Intune is SaaS, is SCCM PaaS?
SCCM, if you are putting it in the data center, then it is PaaS, platform as a service, because you are using Azure as a data center and you are putting SCCM servers there, then it becomes PaaS. But at the same time, if you are putting SCCM in your local data center, then it is no more PaaS, because PaaS term is used when you are putting it on a public data center somewhere outside, which is giving you that platform. Got it?
Okay. Okay.
Guys, we discussed about the advantages. Is there any disadvantage compared to?
Yeah, we will talk about advantages and SCCM versus Intune later on in coming session. Then you will get more clear picture.
Okay.
Okay. Other question in today's session so far? All
Yes,
good?
Kashif, in SCCM, we can create packages, applications. Some of the applications are supported, some are we need to customize, right? In Intune, is there all applications are such, who will take care? Is Microsoft will take care, or we have someone from application team has to take care?
In Intune, you can deploy application to iOS devices. You can deploy application to Android, like APK file. You can deploy IPA for iOS. You can deploy MSI for Windows. You can deploy EXE for Windows. Same kind of thing what you used to do it in SCCM. But in SCCM, SCCM was more focused on Windows devices. But Intune has many other operating system. So in terms of the deployment, it is the Intune administrator who will do the packaging part and then deploy it to the devices. So there are some options available how you can package the application, and it is little simpler than SCCM. You just have to give the extension. If you have MSI application, you if you have APK or IPA, just give the extension. You know, suppose you choose the application, automatically it will take all the information and then you can deploy. When it comes to EXE, then same problem happens when you have as you had in SCCM, because in EXE you don't get the silent code and all. So then we have some option to change the package from one format to another format, which I will show you practically, and then you can do the deployment. But it is Intune administrator who will do these parts. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Rashish. One more question. It means that in SCCM we have a lot of work to do. I understood in Intune for administrator it is less work, right?
Yes, Intune is not that vast as SCCM, because there are limited things which we can do through SCCM. I mean through Intune. Okay.
So the scope of
work is less than SCCM.
Work is very less. So
not very less, but less.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you,
Kashif. As a requirement for this course, we know SCCM. Does it require to learn for SQL and the PowerShell?
No, PowerShell little bit. I will show you how you can deploy PowerShell script through Intune, basic PowerShell script, but it is not required as a requirement for this course. Plus SQL is not here. Intune does not store the data in SQL database. It has a different database altogether. Like SCCM, I mean, unlike SCCM, SCCM used to have SQL database. We used to store the SCCM site server information in the SQL database. But in Intune, it's not the case. So you don't have to have SQL understanding. You don't have to have PowerShell understanding. Okay.
Kashif, what is the database for Intune? What is the name?
It's an internal database. Okay, not SQL.
Internal database.
Some internal database they are using, and Microsoft also not shared the complete architecture of Intune. Little bit architecture information which is publicly available, which I will show you later on, but it is not complete. You can't see the complete architecture of Intune in the backend. Okay, the overview you can understand, but you can't understand the whole architecture because Microsoft has not shared it. Got it?
Yes, Kashif.
Okay, guys, we'll stop right here. Okay, we'll meet tomorrow 8 a.m. okay, same time, 8 a.m. IST India time. Okay.
Kashif, last question. Does Intune work individually or it is required SCCM as well?
No. Individually you can work on Intune. Okay. If you would like to integrate some of the things in SCCM, you can do that. For example, co-management. Co-management is a part of SCCM. That means you can manage device. This device, for example, this is enrolled device. You can also manage the device through SCCM. That is called co-management. So Intune will manage the device plus SCCM. Both of them will manage the device.
Okay, thanks.
Kashif, can we discuss the co-management?
Yes, I will discuss co-management as well.
Okay.
Kashif, two options is there: Intune with configuration manager, right? And simple Intune, right? It is right or wrong?
Right. Intune with configuration manager is called co-management. Co
Right.
means two, right? You are managing side by side one device. Let's say you have two manager, Vikas. So you are being co-managed by two managers. Okay.
Okay, Kasib. So Kasib, it is a must when we will work to Intune and with configuration manager, it is mandatory, right?
No, it's not mandatory. It depends on company to company. Let's say the company has a requirement that you have to have managed devices on Intune plus SCCM both. But it is not mandatory. If you have Intune, better you manage the device on Intune. Let's say all the laptops, focus on the laptops. You can manage them through Intune. And if you have like desktops, even though you can manage them through Intune plus SCCM, because desktop will also have internet connection, but it's better to keep the desktop managed by SCCM, right? And laptops being managed by Intune. It depends on company to company.
Okay, because currently it is the with Intune with configuration manager option is also an Intune simple, right?
Yeah, both options are available. Depends on you how you are planning to manage.
Okay, thank
Okay.
you, Kasif.
Okay, guys. So we will meet tomorrow, 8 a.m. So those who have not done the enrollment, you need to do the enrollment today. Okay. Okay, guys. So tomorrow when we meet, we will talk about the architecture part of Intune. We'll talk about how this is hosted on Azure, the region, what all regions are available for Intune servers. So we will go into that details, and then we will start doing the subscription part, so that we will start doing the practical. So tomorrow 8 a.m. we will start. Okay, guys.
Can we use same link or
Same link.
okay?
So those who
Yeah,
have not,
Kasif, please send the recording.
okay.
Please.
I will create a group today, a WhatsApp group, and I will add you guys in that WhatsApp group, so that I will be sharing some documents, recordings, so that you can, access everything from that group itself.
Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot, Kasif.
Okay. So those who have not done the enrollment, kindly do the enrollment part. Thank you. Bye now. Bye everyone.
Bye bye. Take care, Kasif. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Good morning. Bye.
Bye.